As an artist, the question I'm most often asked is, how long did it take you to make that? And my answer always surprises people because I tell them it takes a lifetime. A lifetime of learning from my mistakes, a lifetime of changing directions and accepting new challenges. And every project I work on gives me the opportunity to learn about different subjects and meet inspiring new people. On my first visit here, I met with your president, and she took me on a tour of this beautiful building. I could feel the love she had for this place, and she knew the names of every student who stopped to say hello that day and had a warm hug for each of them. I knew that day this was going to be a very special project. Her vision for the artwork was to feature Gandhi's inspiring words, and my task was to embellish and frame those words to reflect the rich cultural and artistic heritage of the African tradition. Now, before I drew one line on paper, though, I spent weeks and weeks reading and learning everything I could about African art. I was inspired by the strip weaving textiles of the people of Ghana, who are considered the most skilled weavers in all of Africa. Their symbolic patterns are woven into 24 strips of cloth to create textiles for royalty and life ceremonies like weddings. For weeks and weeks, I made sketches, weaving my own paper strips into different patterns. I tried many variations, but nothing seemed to be working. And then, one morning, I sat down at my drawing table and I looked at my designs, and I knew I had to start over. Something was missing. I wasn't capturing the passion of Gandhi's words, so I just swept everything off the table onto the floor. And I stood up and I looked at the mess on the floor and I saw a new opportunity in the chaos. The scattered pieces overlapped and intersected in unexpected ways. The chaos on the floor had released me from my traditional horizontal and vertical lines. Strip by strip, I put the patterns back together to create a free-form and unconventional frame for Gandhi's words. And then the artwork came alive for me. I could see and hear the syncopations of jazz music, the drum beats of tradition, and the poetry of rap music. I made hundreds of handmade tiles pressed with textures and glazed them in rich earth tones. I added African folk symbols that represented strength, humility, wisdom, and history. I embellished some of those strips with glass beads that were made in Ghana, and they used traditional methods passed down for generations. The black and white pattern on the artwork on the right-hand side looks like piano keys, and it is a traditional folk pattern that illustrates one can make a melody with either black or white keys, but one can make harmony by playing both. And then, as if completing an outfit with a fabulous piece of jewelry, I added my interpretation of the ceremonial antelope mask. This iconic image was once used as the logo for the Smithsonian's African Art Collection. I sculpted my antelope out of clay, and after it was fired, I covered it in gold leaf. And if you look closely, you'll see her earring. The installation, when I came here last March, took 3 days, and it was really scary. It took about 100 trips up and down that wall on a scissor lift to put all the pieces together. And I had never been up in the air, 30 feet in the air on a swaying scissor lift. And I always thought I was afraid of heights. But like I said, it took me a lifetime to realize that I could do it. During the installation, we had many wonderful comments from students and the staff. And one student said the artwork changed the way the building felt when she walked in. She said it made her feel like people at this university cared for her. I cannot think of a more perfect compliment for anyone in any profession, a teacher, a parent, a nurse, a scientist, even a politician, to make someone feel cared for. The work may take a lifetime, and the work is never easy. But to hear those words from a student fills me with gratitude to all of you, and I'm sure every student here knows how lucky you are to be at this place where they care about you. Gandhi's beliefs, thoughts, words, actions, habits, and values, they all say, I care about you. And I believe that's what shapes our destinies. So I'm so grateful to the president, to the Ohio Arts Council for giving me this incredible opportunity, and to my husband and friends who are here today for your encouragement and support. I could not have done this without you. And from the bottom of my heart, I thank you all.